Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the winners of four straight, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running to the left. Puts him in the spinner, still running. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped. Yards and picked up a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. So the UCF Knights offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The Knights moving quickly to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier. Boy, they did it right there.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, wants to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolfpack! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. The Knights will have a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Knights want to move quickly. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
He wants to pass it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That's a live ball. the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Knights send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Going for the big play. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
The hand to the running back. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Let's go! He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, what a move! He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
It's caught downfield. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in the stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was...
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, NC State.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Farmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Coming after it. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter and NC State has the edge. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Going with the ground game left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Black 24. Black 24. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. On first down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
On the option. The pitch. Dances away again. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big gain.
Got it.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10.
Get set.
They'll go to the ground. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Okay, ready?
Line getting set on 2nd down.
Ready.
Quarterback keeps it. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defenses never had to worry about in my day either. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Bounced off his feet. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal.
Jackrabbit. Tuna.
From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Ole Miss. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates updates, you'll see him here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up. Where the get first downs and ultimately get some points.
Off play action. Looking left. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And the rush. 25.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open, he makes it happen himself, now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Splits the uprights. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. on the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch here. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some.
Off he goes. Running inside the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down halftime. They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
3:25. Ready?
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum.
2-0.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You can tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the beatdown has ensued.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. They'll run it to the right. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes You're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll go to the toss. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Offense working from the pistol. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And the pummeling has started. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but I'm not sure Bevo's feeling like this one's in the clear. This has been a nip-and-tuck affair all game. They're up by 11 over Ole Miss.
Okay, ready?
We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never be broke.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down.
Check. Flip.
Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fire.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Trying play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Off play action on 1st down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Defense. Keeping its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Skips away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Here we go. Cut, cut, cut.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Ready.
The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10.
29 Philly. Ready.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Ready up.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Time to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, NC State! And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Trying to find his man on first down. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Rich. And the returner will be brought down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. To the air, it's Dahl. Quickly complete.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Terrier.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. And that pass intercepted. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Looking to go up top on first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra deep.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I've spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the fourth quarter and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Firing to the right, complete. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. A first down for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But
another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Going up top on first down. Buying some time. Turns it on at midfield. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Looking to pass. It's Dahl. Working the middle. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's...
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, and good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a... I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed. At least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get
open runway ahead. Just steamrolling his way through. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
How about the explosive play by... So nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do...
He is smashing people.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, getting some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10.
Go!
To throw, it's Dahl. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.